saw that this lady was talking that the inquest concerning Mohbad, they've opened it again. They asked her, they interviewed her, why did you guys open the case again? She clearly says the reason why is that they pay attention to details. They find out that what Auntie Wunmie was saying on the Arise News and other places she went to is not corresponding with what she told them in the inquest. So what does that mean? So basically, like when she said the husband passed on after 20 hours, 20 minutes of arriving in the hospital, and the hospital clearly says the person has already passed away, that they did not even give the person the bed in one of the rooms as a hospital emergency. As they come in, they did CPR, check and see that the person was no more alive, and touching the body already, it was cold, you know. So those observations was put in the letter that they debunked and all of that, but Wunmie never come out to debunk it. Now, there we go. This a lady clearly says that interview was an eye-opener, where even first of all, before I continue, let's give accolade, let's give big thanks and shout out to Verydarkman. It might not be your cup of tea, but listen, who cares? He's a cup of tea to the nation. He's a cup of tea to those who believe what he's doing, you understand? Because most of you are in abroad, you are enjoying the 24/20 in abroad. They don't have rights to cut your light. They don't have rights to cut your water. Because those two things, your light or electricity or gas, why don't they have the right to do that? Unless you're the kind of person that top up. You top up your light, you top up your gas. If it runs out, it runs out. That's up to you. But you can still press an emergency, it will come up. Why don't they have right? Because somebody might be having medicals. Somebody might be having medications in the fridge. Somebody might be having equipment in the house. Because they don't want you to sue them. They don't want you to take them to court to make more money. You understand? So those things are basics, things that you are entitled to. So those of you who Verydarkman, who just think that Verydarkman, and you live in abroad, you're getting all these things for free. Fair enough, it's not free, you're paying for it, but you're paying for what you are seeing. In Nigeria, they pay for what they don't see. If ordinary recharge card, they recharge their phone 10,000 naira. It's like nothing. It's like nothing. I know we pay for our recharge card, but we see what we use. We see it. It's like like maybe your phone get broken now. You have your phone 24 hours at home. You don't use your phone. You're okay with it. But guess what? The minute you want to use your phone, maybe that phone break, that's the time you want to use that phone. That's the time you want to check something that you didn't even need. True or false? Now, let's go down. So this lady said, when they listened to the interview, they saw that many things were not puzzling well. Like the puzzles, they were adding them together. It was still not aligning with what she told them in the court. What did she say in the court is completely different. When she said, when the driver came, Verydarkman, you interviewed those people, you brought out things that even the courts could not see. So those of you thinking that he's a this, is that, look at him now. Most of you have husbands at home. Most of you have brothers at home. Most of you have fathers at home. Most of you have lawyers at home that could never spot the things Verydarkman spotted and see for himself to do. Now the judge, one of the coroner inquest or whatever they call her, when she was there, she was one of the, if I remember, I'll say it, you know. So she was one of the juries, okay. So she was one of the juries. Right now, they've seen that what the driver said is completely different from what was said in court about what Wunmie said, okay? Because what the driver was saying and this and this and that, puzzling things together, was not aligning with Mohbad's wife. And, you know, other things they start finding out. So listen to this video. I'm not going to put the woman's face, okay? I'm just going to cover it and then use my own, what do you call it now? My own, like, picture on her face so that you guys can hear what she says. Because when I went back to this person's where I took it from, guess what? They've already deleted it. So I don't know the reason why it was deleted. So I need to cover her face, and let's see. Maybe it's because of the case is going to reopen and things like that. So Corona inquest about Mohbad is going to be open. The case is coming back. So those of you saying, hey, don't die now, don't die, don't die. Pray, may we close to you know that me, I buried Mama in December. Since that time, my life has never been the same since that time, because it weakens you when you remember the memories, the good time, the bad time, the shouting time, the quarreling time. You know, that's why I said to all of you that still have one.
This case actually started 20 months back, when the Lagos State government brought his body out on the 21st of September 2023, that they needed to, after a lot of cries, and that is a celebrity. He can't just die like that and just be buried like that. That they should exhume him for further investigation into his death, because he wasn't sick prior to the time, and we just heard about the fact that he died and he was horridly buried. Let me put horridly in quotes. So when they brought him out, you know, there was a coroner inquest and all of that. So long story short, by 25th of September 2025, because the coroner had actually started, and the people that were around him 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, rather than be taken in as suspects, they were taken in as witnesses, and they gave their own deposition as well as testament at the coroner court when it started in 2023. So at the point in time, on that 25th September 2024, there was a stay of proceeding, and that lasted for 5 months, you know, against the coroner court judge, magistrate T. Shotobi. by somebody, you know, they want to come on for one interest or the other. But eventually, the court reopened on the 28th of February 2025. And so before that stay of proceeding, there were witnesses that were supposed to come. And all of them came when the coroner reopened. We have Sam Larry, we have Naira Marley, we have the nurse, we have the doctor. There were two doctors. The first hospital was Kuramed. She didn't come. She has not come. And the other one was Perez. The man came. There was a private autopsy and toxicology by the family. The pathologist came, you know, and all of them gave their deposition. Now, the reason why we're giving this interview, I'm of course coming on air to just let people know, one, that this whole affair, we're still on it. The interested parties are still asking what actually killed Mohbad. Do you understand? And then, secondly, to come and tell the angle of the new witnesses by their deposition, by their witnesses, everything that they have said. We see a lot of discrepancies because the initial parties that came, they didn't give a right. So the partner, that's Cynthia Wunmie Adebanjo, actually said that Mohbad died in the house. But later, I think it was on February 19th, this 2025, she went on television, telecast and podcast and all of that. And amongst our testament, she said Mohbad died 20 minutes right when he was taken to the hospital. But that contradicted the deposition of the nurse, Feisha Yogudengbe, that came to give her testament. That actually, yes, when she got there, she said she got there on the 12th of September, 2:30. But that wasn't what the driver said. Because the driver came and gave his own testament in the court. And he said, when he took Mohbad to the show on the 10th, they all arrived home by 1 a.m. midnight of the 11th. And because there was a damage to his car, not because he fought with Prime or his friend, he was the one that hit the glass, and the thing got, Mohbad hit the SUV glass and it got broken. So he said he cannot go without having that fixed. So that's why he followed them home. He actually took them back home and he did not leave. While he was there, by 3 a.m., some persons from inside, he didn't go inside to stay with them. He stayed in his car by the gates. So some persons came by 3 a.m. to tell him to take them to a pharmacist to go and buy drugs for Mohbad. And he's like, no, I can't go. I don't have fuel in my car. So they took Mohbad's car. They came back with whatever thing they bought. He didn't know. He didn't go out. But by the morning, his partner, Cynthia, came out to attend to him. He said he didn't see Mohbad. So on 12th, which was the Tuesday that they were claiming he had passed, he said by 9 a.m. in the morning that it was called that he should go by an unknown number, that he should go and report himself to the police station. But between 11 and 12 of that 12th September, that the matter became clear to him because there was someone that actually contacted him to go and take Mohbad to the show. It was that person that said Mohbad had died. And he said he was shocked. So by 2:30 that the nurse arrived, he said he still met Mohbad alive. You see all those discrepancies is what we want the government to look into by their testament. The doctor of Perez Hospital said Mohbad was brought in there, that there were CCTV footages to cover it from right when they entered into the hospital, and it was not even taken into any ward, that it was attended to at the reception area, and there was there was a CCTV. Now what he first did as a doctor was to administer first aid, and there was no response. Every stages of rigor mortis had set in, and he said he even looked at the sole of the feet. It was plain white with spotted black, which indicated that 3 hours could be more. And he said he advised them that they should take Mohbad to the morgue, to the government morgue. They took him back home. So that is that about the story about the reopening of the inquest. Now let me just talk about the pathologist. What's the huge difference in the government pathologist report as well as the private? There was the indication by him, because he said there was the presence of antihistamine as well as caffeine in excess, and he wondered who administered that, signaling that there was another nurse. And of course the partner said that there was a nurse that stayed the night with them in the house before the other nurse came. So by that pathologist report, we were able to establish that there were two nurses.
Now, for those of you that repeatedly say that people are looking for a way to nail Wunmie in this Mohbad case, I want you to listen to this video carefully. This is one of the women that was in that coroner inquest.